Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. We're at the Barrow Street Theater for the Tooting Arts Club's critically acclaimed production of Stephen Sondheim's Sweeney Todd, which is playing to sold-out houses. And we caught up with the company with the newly joined Norm Lewis as Sweeney and Carolee Carmello as Mrs. Lovett. I love this. So you have the chicken, Carolee, right?
I'm having a meat pie. I don't usually get to do this. I come to work every night and I smell those pies wafting through the theater, and every night I think I want one, and tonight I actually got to have it, so thank you for indulging me. No priests were harmed in the making of this one.
But only in the real Sweeney Todd, if they actually tasted this well, the story would have turned out a whole different way, don't you think?
That's probably true. If Bill Yossis were using all those bodies to make pies, he would have done a nice job.
Totally. It would have been a musical comedy.
That's right.
We have all waited for this moment. You are now Sweeney.
I am now
How
Sweeney.
excited are you?
I am so excited. This is my third time doing this show, and I'm just so excited to do it here in New York, to do it here at Barrow Street Theater, which I had never been to before, which is, I'm actually ashamed of that, but it's exciting to be in this space. There's so many great shows that have been here, and I'm just glad to be a part of that lineage. But Sweeney Todd, dude, I get to do Sweeney. Sondheim, yeah.
How excited are you?
I'm really excited. I was pretty intimidated at the beginning because, you know, this is one of those roles that sort of looms over you as an actress. As you get to a certain age, you're like, I have to play this and Mrs. Lovett. And I'd never done it before, so I was excited but also scared to death. You know, so many amazing women have played this part, but it's thrilling, and Norm is amazing, and the whole cast is great.
Sharing the stage with Norm Lewis and Carolee Carmello, what is that like?
It's amazing. First of all, I've been such a huge fan of both of them for years, and my first night sitting on the counter, the pie counter with Norm Lewis and doing Sweeney Todd with him, I was like, this is ridiculous. You know, I'm so grateful where things have led in my career, and I never ever imagined this. I mean, who would have told, like, if anyone had told me I'd be doing a Sweeney Todd in a pie shop with Norm Lewis and Carolee, that's absurd, you know? It's so special and different, and something that I will never forget. It's probably one of the most unique experiences I'll ever have in theater.
You're immersed amongst the audience. I mean, you're in their face. They're a part of the show like you are. What does that mean to you as an artist?
Well, you know, normally we're on a proscenium and then there's this dark abyss and the audience is there. And even though there's distance, you can still feel this kind of shared energy, but there's something about compressing that whole space that makes it even more explosive and more alive. And it's so fun to do a piece that is so raw and so visceral and be right in their face and sharing the moment with them, and knowing that they're seeing different parts of the story depending on who they're sat near and where their seat is in itself. And it was something, you know, everyone was asking us beforehand, like, how do you feel about the immersive Sweeney Todd? And we were really excited but scared out of our minds because we hadn't done it, you know, there's no hiding. And now it's something I just find really empowering as an artist, and I'm going to miss it.
Just explain to an audience who hasn't gotten tickets yet, they can come here to savor your pies beforehand and get into the whole mood. Talk about that.
Yeah, you can buy the pie online when you buy your tickets, and then you come an hour early, and we serve you. You know, for us, we just serve pies here in this pie shop. Apparently, there's some singing that goes on afterwards of some very famous actors, Broadway actors and singers and actresses. I heard that's pretty good, too.
How excited are you to be a part of this incredible new production of Sweeney Todd?
It almost feels like we're reintroducing the show to, I mean, to say that in New York is ridiculous because everyone's seen so many productions of it, but it does feel like, and because Sondheim's been so excited by the concept as well, that it's a sort of a repurposing of it, a reinvention of it, and it's a thriller, in-your-face, kind of nail-biting story.
Sharing the stage with Carolee Carmello. Who? Exactly. What is that like?
My God. You know, I've always been a big fan of hers. We met years ago when we were doing readings of Parade, and we've just been friends and fans of each other for the past years. And when I found out I was getting a chance to actually work with her, I was so thrilled. We did do Baby out at Paper Mill Playhouse, but we weren't a couple, you know. Now we're like leading man and leading lady to each other, and it's been so great because I have to be this brutish sort of very still guy, and I get to watch her and the magic that she creates every night. So it's actually a thrill for me because even though I'm in the show, I get to watch the show, and she's just fantastic.
So what's it like sharing the stage with this incredible cast led by Norm Lewis and Carolee Carmello?
Oh, it's a life-changing experience, really, to be with these theater professionals and gods, really, of the theater. But both of them are so warm and welcoming and humble. So it's really just working with any great actor, you know.
Well, what do you remember about that first performance when you were on stage in this?
Oh, my first performance, it felt like my heart was gonna beat out of my chest. But it was so exciting and it felt so electric and live. And by the time it was over, I was like, yes, I can't wait to do this over and over and over again. Like, the fact that we get to keep on going and keep telling the story with fresh audiences every night is really thrilling.
And wasn't Stephen Sondheim in the audience that night?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't even know this was on my bucket list, but like, here it is, and I guess I can cross it off. It was really exciting.
Because he sat like right here, right?
Yeah, I gave a line to him, and I was like, I just said a line to Stephen Sondheim. Oh my God, like, I made it!
What do you remember about your first performance on stage in this here in Sweeney Todd?
Well, the main thing I remember about my first performance here was that Stephen Sondheim was sitting right here. And it scared the bleep out of me because I don't think he's ever seen me on stage. Well, I did a wall-to-wall Sondheim concert, which I think he attended, but to have the man himself sitting there while you're, you know, making an entrance and singing The Worst Pies, it was really, really scary. But he was lovely. He was very supportive. He loves the production. He says that this is the way he imagined the show in the beginning. He wanted it to be intimate, and he never imagined it to be this big, 30-person cast with a huge set. He wants it to be an intimate, scary story. So he's very supportive of the production. He loves it.
He always wanted a very small Penny Dreadful.
That's what he said. Yeah. And who knew? And, I hope I live up to some of the other ladies that have played the part. But, I'm sure he's seen 100 different productions. So the fact that he came to see us and support us meant a lot.
You're right on par with them, on the same level. Everyone is so excited for you.
Bridgie, that's so nice of you.
Same line.
Thank you. I have big, big shoes to fill, but thank you so much.